Welcome to Oops All Segments, the very best podcast hitting your eardrums at this very moment. I'm Kevin.
I'm Thomas, and today we're here with special guest, a comedian from Winnipeg. You've seen her on Just for Laughs Originals, and a host of the show called Ghost Kitchens. It's Angie St. Mars.
Thanks for having me.
Did you try to pop up on, what was that?
I did. How did it look? Did it look good? Should we do it again?
It looked sick.
It was so good. I thought you'd like dropped something right before we needed to record or something.
Is this a stunt double? Because that movement was so smooth. The way you just glided into frame was beautiful. Angie, what's up? Welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm so great. Thanks for having me on the show. I'm really excited to do this.
It's been an effort to get you on.
Yeah, it felt that way. It felt like you were excited because we...
You know, I'm going to do the thing I sometimes do where I pull up my DMs and see how long ago it was that I texted you.
We like to do a little first DM, last DM at the start of the show.
Let's just see here if we go all the way back in my DM. Holy fuck.
Yeah, wow.
Angie.
Obama
like 6 months ago?
When I saw you in person in Winnipeg at a show on March 8th, I asked you to be on the show. And here we are, nary 5 months later.
The world we lived in when Kevin first invited you to do the show is no more, and it's never coming back. Everything has changed since then.
A lot has changed, but don't feel bad. Honestly, it's the same process if somebody asks me out. It takes about 6 months.
I also like to point out that Googling March 8th, 2024 was also International Women's Day. So
that's why you asked. That's why your DMs to women were just blowing up that day. Every woman we met years ago, barely know each other, but you're just
that's what you're supposed to do on International Women's Day, right? Is blow up the spot of every woman in your phone.
Yeah.
You gotta slide into their DMs. You gotta invite them on your Broy podcast. That's our small way of giving back.
That's how you honor the day. And even though we met just like years and years ago, barely, you still tell everybody I'm like one of your best women friends.
Oh, yeah.
When Kevin says something kind of untoward at a party, he'll be like, Angie and I go way back. I've been talking to her since March.
There's a blurry selfie I took at a comedy show of yours that's been on my Tinder profile for a long time.
Oh, that's awesome. Am I in it too?
That's a joke. Yeah, it's not real. I don't have a Tinder profile. I'm sorry.
Okay, you're like me and my ex, and then I'm like on stage.
You're just doing stand-up.
Clearly a photoshopped image of you in the audience.
I wasn't even there.
Kevin, you thought that the Women's March was just March, right?
I sort of thought they just got the month. I thought that was kind of how it worked. You know,
they should.
We call February the Black People's Month, and so we call.
I mean, March is Women's History Month. I don't think that's what we call February, though.
I think the idea is good. I think there should be a month for that.
Yeah,
I wouldn't. I think we'll workshop the name.
Yeah. I think that's fair. The women's March. We could just give them a different month.
I was like, workshop the other month, but it's like
the Black People's Month. Yeah, that's
Black People's Month.
Right.
We like to start the show with a check-in. Angie, how is this going? How are you? What's up?
The check-in on how we're doing. It's been 4 minutes.
I do a good job.
It's great. I would give you 2 separate ratings, like about out of 10, which I'll share with you privately after the show. In a lengthy and painful debrief.
Right. Yeah.
No, it's good. I'm having a great morning. I mentioned to you guys before we started, I live with someone who's been on the show before. I live with Dana Smith.
One of the early guests.
Early guest Dana Smith. Yeah, we should have Dana on.
Yeah.
You should. She's, honestly, like one of the funniest people I've ever met in my life. I love living with her. And I also live with Sarah London, who is another comedian from Winnipeg.
And also who's been a great guest on the show before.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So,
why don't you go on their fucking podcast if they're so funny? Sorry, but like if they're so fucking great, then you could be with them right now. So
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why, because I'm boycotting their podcast because I live with them and they started a podcast and they said there's only room for 2, but they have a third microphone. I've seen it.
Whoa.
That does feel...
That's devastating.
We have to save this for the rotating guest. can't be the person that lives with us, the other comedian we live with. That would be a terrible burn.
So this is kind of a passive-aggressive way to get back at them, to do a different podcast, which is maybe why you finally returned our calls.
Absolutely. And every time they walk past my room to get something, laugh really hard.
Oh, Angie, it is truly a delight to have you.
Okay. So, is it tough to live with other comics?
Is it tough to live with women? Be honest.
These are the questions you've been planning since March.
Is it tough to live? Both of us live with women, by the way.
Yeah, that's what I asked.
You're like, hey, what about when you all get your periods at the same time?
Yeah.
What happens? Is it like in The Shining with the elevators?
Yeah, that sounds yucky. So, any thoughts? Or...
I'll just say the garbages have to go out every day.
Uh-oh.
No, it's awesome. It's honestly awesome. I have had the pleasure with living with my best friends, or honestly partners that were like one partner that was like a best friend. Like I love living with other people. I don't know if it's because it's just better than living with your family, like, you know.
Well, your family maybe. No,
tread lightly again, because my family is my best friend.
Okay, got you. Yeah. Well, my family is my best friend too. I'm not theirs, and
no.
Part of the problem.
That's rough. Yeah. That is rough. I agree with you. I think living with other people is a lot better than living with family. So I hear you there. Or living with your own dark, terrible thoughts.
Yeah, that's really the point.
Yeah, that's the bad one. That's the bad one. But you folks have lived together for a long time. It feels like. I feel like.
Yeah, 2 years since we moved to Toronto. Dana and I moved here together 2 years ago. Right. And Sarah moved in about a year later, and it's awesome. I love living with them.
Yeah. Well, that's good. I think Thomas and I have spent a couple nights together in the same room, and it sort of wasn't good. If I'm not mistaken. We kind of...
Wait, you guys aren't in the same room?
I mean, it's hard to believe. I know it's hard to believe. Thomas is in the sort of spooky, scary skeleton land, and that's.
And how would you describe yours?
Mine is douchebag podcast studio. Douchebag podcast studio. I've literally
going through like an immersive haunted house, and that's one of the themes. The douchebag podcast studio you have to walk through.
It is like I am sort of just surrounded by posters of things I worked on, which it does feel a little narcissistic.
Kevin, what do you think? What do you think if we lived together? If we were the original Odd Couple, what would get on each other's nerves the most? You think? And what would be the secret fun part of living together?
The secret fun part, not the explicitly fun.
It can
part.
Be explicit.
Yeah. I think like the thing that isn't it hurtful to say what would get on each other's nerves? Is how do we do this without
how honest you are?
Right. Because I think sort of your I don't know how to say this other than like hateful ideologies. I think would sort of be tough to navigate. Just all the flags that you like to put up and stuff.
Yeah.
And the things you like to broadcast from the windows.
I would paint a thin blue line between our halves of the home.
Yeah.
And
that's what I was worried about.
I would affix truck nuts to your Honda Civic.
Yeah, so this is like these you'd sort of impose your sort of...
Are those equally bad things? The truck nuts and the
thin blue
sort of
line?
Fascist Punisher mindset.
They're shared, but they aren't equivalent. No, there's a Venn diagram.
One of them has a boyish charm to it, and the other one's truck nuts.
The boyish charm of fascism.
But genuinely, I'm gonna answer this question
I don't know.
For real. I feel like you are probably more organized than I am. I think I would leave my stuff out, though I'm not sure. I mean, your house isn't always organized, but I also feel like you would have a particular way of doing things, and I would be a little loosey-gooseier.
Yeah. I'm the type of person, I don't know if you guys are like this. I'm the type of person who, like, because my house has some space, I put, like, there's rooms full of clutter. And like I have more than one junk drawer in my house. You know, do you folks have this problem, or are you all very like?
I got some drunk. I got some drunk drawers.
Yeah. How about you, Angie? Are you like a pretty like organized, tidy, everything has its place person? Or?
So because I moved to Toronto and I live with 2 roommates, one lives in the living room. I have no space really outside of my room.
By necessity.
And so that was really good. Like I had so much stuff when I lived in Winnipeg, because in Winnipeg you can afford the luxury of a place with extra rooms, right?
Yes.
Toronto, the rent is so ridiculous that I just live in this little room.
Right.
Yeah.
I was astonished at how much Luke, frequent friend of the show, guest of the show, Luke was able to fit in his apartment in Toronto. Yeah. But he had previously lived in Japan, so he was like used to it.
He's good at the efficient. My cousin used to live in San Francisco, and he did the Murphy bed thing so that he could use his room as like living room / bedroom. And he built it himself, but it was so.
Our friend Ivan did that, and it's very impressive. Yeah,
you have to move the table back and forth, but it was kind of nice. And during the day, you got a whole room to yourself.
I think I would just leave my bed down all the time.
Yeah,
right? Like that would realistically be what would happen. I'm not putting that shit up unless I have company.
Are you 3 make your bed in the morning? I don't know why I said you 3.
Did you ask Angie if her and her roommates make the bed in the morning?
No, I think I meant Angie, Kevin, and myself. I said you 3.
Yeah.
We bed makers. We follow in Jordan Peterson's book, or no?
To the letter.
Yeah. I'm on rule 11.
You guys can see mine, actually.
I was going to say, we can actually inspect Angie's.
But did you make it for the podcast, or was it made already?
I sleep actually on the floor just so that I never... It was made already.
You don't have to muss it
up. The bed must always remain kempt. Yeah. I see you. Yeah, I try to make the bed if the cats aren't. If the cats are sort of nestled up on a certain part of it, I feel bad and disruptive for adjusting it.
I'm not a bed maker, and I feel bad about it. But to me, it's like I want the bed to just be something I can like hurl myself into. We also have our bedroom. You know, it's not a place I spend a lot of time. So it's kind of like
that's what Kim says.
Yeah. Whoa. Ouch.
Just the dumbest, broiest insult I could lob at you. It's been we're on episode 104, and I thought it was time I started talking about your dick game. Yeah.
What do you guys think about this? I am full of these kinds of. Actually, this is why I was a little bit late. I was doing this kind of thing in the kitchen with Dana. I remember reading that, I probably heard it, I don't read, I listen to podcasts, that you shouldn't make your bed right away after getting out of it because it's like slightly damp with your own gross bacteria.
Like okay, yeah.
That you release in the night, and
you should, like,
big wet one in the middle.
Maybe you release bacteria in the night. I keep that shit in.
You hold it in.
Thomas is like squeezing himself against the mattress at the end of the morning to try and grab every morsel back.
No.
That is nasty to think about.
That is disgusting. This is my thing. Kim will make the bed, and there'll be, and we've all heard this, but there's 10 pillows. There's a body pillow. There's the decorative pillows. There's the pillows we actually use. But it's time for bed. It's like, you gotta clear all this shit off. Like, the bed is, I think, a functional object. It's not a display piece. Mm-hmm. Although, if the bed is part of your primary living space, I understand a little bit more. But if you can shut a door on that thing, I say just leave it. Like, let's make the rest of the home look a little more livable.
I'm not on.
I do hear you.
Yeah, are you? I mean, is this so? You don't seem to have 1,000 throw pillows. Like I feel like if you don't have a bunch, like Angie, Angie's not sitting with like I wouldn't describe it as decorative, right? No offense.
It's bare bones.
Yeah, I would describe what you're living in as a prison bed.
Yeah, you guys want to see my bed?
Let's take a tour.
Yeah. Oh
Whoa,
my gosh.
It looks nice.
Okay.
It's okay. It actually doesn't look that nice.
And also, I have to tell the listeners of the show that Angie also went through the effort of putting up a picture so that her walls looked more, lived in. There's a high likelihood this isn't even your room.
No. Yeah.
Broken into the space.
Yeah.
Look, T, is there anything that you need to tell people about what's going on in your life?
I don't think so. I do think we've checked in more than enough. I did have a quick question for the group, though, just something that's been on my mind. So if anyone's an actor, ever been on a film set, booked and blessed, I personally have not had the pleasure. You might know that a 10-1 is code for having to take a pee, while a 10-2 is code for having to poo.
Okay.
My question is...
I didn't know that.
Okay. My question is, when people say 10-4, what are they talking about?
This is what I thought, where I thought you might be going.
What are they talking about going to do?
Yeah.
Well, what's 10-3?
Easy. Pee, poo, barf, blow my nose.
Oh,
Gotta take a 10 to blow my nose.
Yeah. 10-4.
Pee, poo, barf, blow my nose. No, all at the same time.
It stacks.
Yeah.
I got realistically, when you go to take a 10-2, you're kind of taking a 10-1 as well, right?
Yeah.
Like that, you can't do.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
So it is.
It would be weird to take a 10-2 dry. That's for sure.
That's it's scary.
Here's a question for you, Angie. You're taking a 10-4.
Mm-hmm.
You're peeing, you're pooing. Mm-hmm. Where are you putting the Kleenex to cover the barf or the nose blowing? Because I don't know that you can cover both, you know?
When was the last time you covered barf with a Kleenex, T?
I haven't had the pleasure myself, but I think if I knew I was barfing and sneezing simultaneously, I might put it out over my mouth instead of my nose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would be. Hold on, I'll show you. It would be like.
Oh no.
She's demonstrating it so.
It just doesn't lie.
Fingers down her throat.
Whoa,
this is what I picture you thinking you would do with the Kleenex. You put it over here and you're barfing.
Oh yeah.
Underneath it, and that makes it
Dr. Zoidberging out puke from your face.
It looks like a Mortal Kombat, like a woman from Mortal Kombat.
Yes. I would barf into the garbage can.
Yeah.
Oh, you're holding the can.
I'm holding the can.
One hand sitting on the toilet, one hand Kleenex.
Blow my nose. Yeah.
God, that's so efficient. I almost want to do it just to get it all out. Imagine how flushed you'd feel afterwards.
Thomas is going to go down a bottle of Epicac and X-Lax after this so that he can have the experience.
Go, snort a dandelion.
Yeah.
Good.
Oh, awful. Can we spin the wheel and stop thinking about
let's get started.
Evacuating
that was a great question.
every part of our body?
Let's see what our first segment is. Here we go.
Where's the wheel? Oh, here it is. There.
99 blanks. Participants must play the improv game 99 blanks using a random suggestion generator. Go 3 rounds, maybe, and the worst one loses. That could mean something. Didn't quite fully explain what this segment is, but we'll work it out on the show.
This is a simple improv game, Angie. 99 blanks. Essentially, we get a suggestion, and then we go around the horn saying, so let's say that, for example, the suggestion was cups. Let's say 99 cups walked into a bar, and then I'd have to come up with some sort of joke about that.
The bartender says, we don't serve cups here, and then they say a little punny response, and something like that.
So, yeah.
Now,
okay.
But the real question is, what happens to the person who does the worst at this? It could mean something.
Oh, you wanted to... Oh, I see, because that's what it implied. It's a good punishment. One of us has to take a 10-4. The loser has to take a 10-4.
Loser has to take a 10-4.
Joke's on you. It would be my pleasure.
yeah. Angie's been looking forward to a 10-4.
Okay. That's a great deal. Okay, so I'll use a random object generator.
Yeah.
We'll get started. We can all pop in. We don't have to do a specified order, or should we? Maybe for the sake of the pod, I kind of like the tension of each of us is going to do 2.
Okay.
And we're going to go clockwise. So I'll start the first round. Angie, Kevin, me, Angie, Kevin. The fun of this is you might not have a second one.
Right.
And if not, you're going to give us something anyway. Does that seem fair? Does that seem good?
Yeah. I'm in.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right. Our first object is chewing gum. So 99 chewing gums walk into a bar. Bartender says, "What are you having?" And they say, "Some of the bubbly." They blow bubbles with chewing gum. Don't be shocked. Fucking is too advanced for you. You can figure out
that did honestly not. That didn't land with me initially. You did have to explain it. I didn't get it at first.
I liked it. Honestly, I liked it. That's the one I think we would go with if we were pitching this to a show, a late night show.
Yeah. That would be our big clip. Kevin looking perplexed.
All right, Angie, what you got?
99 chewing gums walk into a bar. Bartender says, "What it'll be." What'll it be? Chewing gums go, we're good. We'll just be under the table. We're waiting for some friends.
Yeah. That's great.
That's pretty good.
Just stuck under the table. I like it.
I like it. 99 chewing gums walk into a bar, and they look around anxiously before one steps to the bartender and says, "Do you have a candy coat check?"
Aw, that's really good. Actually, you win.
I think I just won because I made it endearing as how I pitched it. It was
candy coat check. That's really good.
It's pretty good.
I don't get it. So the
gum has candy coating.
Some gum has candy coating.
Most gum, not like
I thought it was the name
juicy
of the gum.
fruit.
I get it.
But like Dentine Ice is a candy coating.
Yeah.
So 99 chewing gum walk into a bar. The bartender says, "I can't serve you because it looks like you have delirium tremens. You are shaking at the need for alcohol. I cannot serve you."
What do you mean?
And the gum says, "We're just a little wriggly."
Oh.
Jesus, T. Why did you have to bring up tremens?
The DT, the withdrawal symptoms. Look, I got to use the alcohol theme.
It's the second time on the show you've mentioned
I
DT.
love delirium tremens. It's my favorite specific.
It's your favorite athlete. Go ahead, Andy.
Tremin Capote, is that something?
No.
Okay.
No, it isn't. Let Angie go.
I'm trying to make this make sense before it comes out of my mouth, and I don't know if I'm gonna have time. Okay. 99 gums walk into a bar. Bartender says, "What it'll be." The gums all turn and go, "We're here for our one free drink."
Nice.
Remember how gumballs?
The black gumballs. That's good.
Yeah.
I get
Couldn't you tell?
I like it.
That's pretty good. I had one and I lost it. So now I'm going to freestyle this. 99 chewing gums walk into a bar and they are kind of bored. The vibe in the bar isn't quite good. The bartender looks at them. He's like, "Hey, where's the entertainment?" And they look at each other and go, "Oh shit, we forgot the rappers."
Aww.
Nice.
I like that too.
I found it.
Kevin's really thinking about the outside casing of the gum. That both of his jokes were very shell.
Well, what else am I going to talk about? Fucking xanthan gum? Like, what do you want? Like, I can't.
I'm just going through a Rolodex of the ingredients of gum. Okay, new object. I look at it a little in advance because I have to go first, guys.
Yeah.
You understand. Mirror. So 99 mirrors walk into a bar. The bartender says, "What'll you have?" And the mirrors say, "I'll have what he's having." Kind of reflecting the order. So, yeah.
That is really great to hear.
Okay.
You're in the toughest position, by the way, Angie.
Yeah.
I can hear our dog outside of my room wanting to come in right now. You guys can't hear it, but that was a cute little distraction.
Yeah, that's easy. Yeah.
Our dog, which you guys haven't met, but here's a drawing of her I've been working on.
Oh my God, I love it.
Showing us that. I would love if you showed us the dog and it's like a Pomeranian. Like it looks nothing like that at all.
I'm actually going to let her in and see if she'll come say hi.
Okay,
it would have been great if that had been like a 4-year-old's drawing of a dog, like barely recognizable as an animal. Oh, let me see. What's her name?
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Peggy. Hi.
What's her name?
This is Aunt Peggy.
Aunt Peggy.
Yeah, really? Our Aunt Peggy got a curse, and she's our dog now.
That's adorable. Now enough stalling. It's time for your joke.
Yeah.
Okay. And also, I'm petting the dog. I'm not jerking off a huge wiener with one hand under the table.
Thanks
which is what we thought. That's what we would have assumed. So I'm glad.
It's a real relief.
Yeah. A lot of the times guests come on the show and perform lewd sex acts just off camera. So
yes,
this isn't a rat episode. We're not that worried.
Yeah.
She actually has an insecurity about podcasts. She hates when one of us is recording a podcast. She will really want to come in and get a lot of attention because she's mad that we're doing this and it has nothing to do with her.
It has like the spirit of engagement, but there's no other people around.
It's weird to hear someone laughing and chatting in a room to no one. Like that's a strange experience.
It's madness.
Yeah.
It is madness. Yeah. It is a form of madness. So I don't know if this has given you enough time to come up with a good mirror joke, but I don't have one. So go nuts.
Mirror joke. Okay, so I just figured you'd rather see her than.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, that's fair.
100 mirrors walk into a bar. Bartender looks at them and says, "What'll it be?" And then goes, "Ugh, yuck. I gotta get it out of this industry."
Because they saw what it did to them?
The bartender saw himself and was sort of disgusted at his own...
herself.
Herself, that's right. The doctor can be...
It's 2024. Women can be bartenders, too.
yeah, let's not box out women. I'm sorry, because it's not the month of March, I just totally...
Well, I assume you're saving this episode to release for March.
March. Yeah, all our episodes with women.
We do a theme month, all women guests.
Yeah.
Crazy.
And your February?
And that's
I don't know. We just
we usually have one black person a year, I would say. No,
that's not true. That's not true. I mean, we've had at least a couple.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah. Anyway, it's my turn, isn't it? Yeah. 99 mirrors walk into a bar and they look around and they say, fuck, this place doesn't need any more glasses.
Damn it.
And they head out.
That was what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
I had a looking glass pun ready to go.
Yours was probably better than mine.
Yep.
All right. Well.
Okay. So 99 mirrors go into a bar. Bartender says, "You know any drinking songs?" And the mirrors say, "99 mirror, mirror on the wall. 99 mirror, mirror. There, it's like Snow White. Mirror, mirror on the wall." But mixed with the drinking song.
Deliver the bit and then go, "It's like Snow White."
What the fuck, man?
I took mine a second before I had to do one. And I didn't have a fucking dog to buy me some minutes.
All right. That's fair.
Okay. Quick question before I do mine.
Of course.
Now that you've met the dog, what do you think about this?
Okay.
Really good drawing.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It is pretty good. Yeah,
That's
I could not.
Peggy, all right.
Yeah. Is Aunt Peggy named after the character from King of the Hill?
Oh no, actually, Peggy Hill.
I guess she's she's not Aunt Peggy, right? No,
is she Luann?
She is Aunt Peggy to Luann, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. The Hill Kings would be furious with me.
I don't know if I'm allowed to reveal what she's named after.
Okay. Fair enough. That sounds.
I'm gonna.
I never want to know more, but yeah.
She's named that because she reminds her mom, her owner, of her Aunt Margaret. And she didn't want to flat out name her Aunt Margaret because she thought her Aunt Margaret would be insulted, so she named her Aunt Peggy.
Right, that's really good. That's nice. It's you don't want to be like. Is it a good thing, you think, for someone to remind you of a dog? I had a friend who used to say he wanted to get a dog and name it Kevin. And I don't know if that's flattering or if it's insulting. It sounds like
that
obviously
example
Aunt
is
Peggy
insulting, what you just said. But I can see a world where it would be an honor.
Yeah, I think I would find it flattering.
Yeah. I guess
unless it's like one of those dogs that's constantly like licking its butthole, and that's what
right. It has to be a good ass dog,
Yeah.
right? You don't want to be named after some stanky ass like shitty dog.
Yeah.
You have to be like, yeah. I get it. Okay. Anyway, mirrors.
Okay. 99 mirrors walk into a bar. Bartender says, "What'll it be?" Mirrors say 99 shots, picklebacks. Bartender slides the shots across the bar. They hit the mirrors. All the mirrors crack and shatter. And bartender goes, "Oh no." And then over the course of the next 7 years, their life falls apart.
Bad luck.
No. There we go. I like that.
It's like Snow White.
That's 693 years of bad luck if you shatter 99 mirrors. Yeah.
99 times 7. You're right. I should have done the math on the fly.
The math would have.
I pulled it up on my computer while you were telling the joke. So
what's the number?
693.
Cool.
Yeah, because it would just be 700 minus 7, right?
Yeah. I guess I didn't have to. Guess I didn't realize we had a math whiz.
That was actually really cool. Maybe we should have done a segment about math. These jokes have sucked shit.
Well, part of the show is awesome. That we like to bring stand-up comics onto the show and then force them to do improv and say not so easy, is it?
It's not.
Take a little trip to the other side. I wish that I had of this.
I wish that I had done improv. Just by the way, like I think I would love improv. I love the people I meet in improv. I think I have. If I'm picking a camp of the two worlds, I feel like I have a lot in common with people who do improv. They're like fun and goofy, and they tend to be nicer.
That's I meet a lot of stand-ups, and that's the general consensus.
Definitely,
is that it's just a more individualistic art form by nature.
And it attracts like highly critical people.
Yes.
I think.
Yes. I think that's
and then also a whole camp of people who aren't critical or self-aware at all, but somehow think that they can do stand-up. Right. There's that too.
Yeah. I think weirdly enough, it's scarier to do improv than to go to an open mic and do like I feel like people are, or at least
I do not agree with that.
I feel like individuals are so much more bold. Like, I mean, I guess there's really not like a style of show like an open mic for improv. Like we don't really like have the same like. I guess you could do like a jam show and stuff.
Shows, but I do think you're right that more regular people think they could do stand-up than think they could do improv.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
They're really wrong. But they do. It's easier to believe. Oh, I just get up there.
That's what I mean. Like the fear of failure is less of a big deal to someone when it comes to stand-up, which is weird because I think it would feel so much worse.
What's your mirror joke? For
mirrors,
fuck's sake.
99 mirrors walk into a bar, and it's not just any bar. It's a bar specifically focused on being representative and offering diverse communities a place to partake of alcoholic beverages. Some would call it a gay bar. That's an antiquated term, but it is a welcoming bar. And all of these mirrors look at each other and realize, hey, they're two-way mirrors.
Okay.
They're like bi, but they're also, because like it's a gay. I don't know. Does that work? Is that?
Yeah, it's like Snow White.
There was a lot of social commentary in that joke.
I also don't know if the phrase "gay bar" is antiquated. I think it's.
I kind of think
shorthand.
It's not.
But yeah.
But I do think that showed us another mirror, Kevin's funhouse mirror through which he looks at the world. He's got a bit of a... And a lot of comedians, I find, have an almost skewed, twisted perspective, which allows them to laugh at things that others might find a little dark or inappropriate.
Don't describe my perspective as twisted. All right,
Kevin's twisted. Okay, I'm trying to find
twisted perspective corner.
We've gone way too long before the break. I genuinely cricked my neck
doing that.
Should we do a quick ad break and then do our final round of
99? let's do a final lightning round.
One each.
Okay.
One each lightning round.
Object.
No hesitations.
I'm just skipping through because a lot of these suck.
Yeah, that's fair.
Let's do fuck. No, that's too close to mirror. Let's do sunglasses.
Sunglasses. All right.
99 sunglasses walk into a bar, and the leader of the sunglasses says, I'll have a drink for Ray. And the bartender says, we have a permanent Ray ban in this establishment.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good. That was impressive.
Oh, fuck.
Any other pets I could bring in? Or...
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
Every time.
Angie put on
and like
3 pairs
Pop,
of shades.
She's making us laugh with just objects.
What the fuck?
And that was the joke. You didn't need
That was the joke.
Like Mr. Bean.
You put 99 pairs of glasses on your face.
Can that count as my turn?
I think so. 3 pairs of sunglasses? That's pretty funny. That's funnier
more
than anything
effortful.
We're going to say.
It's honestly weirdly puzzling. Like, that bottom pair of sunglasses looks like where your eyes should be sometimes, which is which makes no sense because there's on your mouth.
I feel like I asked like an AI image generator to show me what a pilot looks like.
Yeah, one of them sort of looks like a mustache. That's the thing. 99 pairs of sunglasses walk into a bar and they start fighting. They start scrapping. They start tossing each other over tables. And the bartender says, hey, no throwing shade around here.
Nice.
Oh,
classic.
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 With that,
joke.
Here's an ad for another podcast.
Webster's Dictionary defines podcast as a domesticated, odd-toed, hoofed mammal with a great affinity for oats.
That's a horse.
Oh, right.
But we are a podcast, and we're called Roommate Lovers.
We do advice questions such as, why is my roommate using my toothbrush?
How do I flirt without being creepy?
Why are you using my toothbrush?
I told you, I just couldn't find my net.
Gross.
We live together and are together, which is why we call the show Roommate Lovers.
We're roommate and lover. We're roommates and lovers.
Well said.
Gross. Find new episodes of Roommate Lovers on Mondays wherever you podcast.
Now that's a podcast of a different color.
You mean horse?
Yes, of course.
Sometimes I wish I could be on the other podcasts, you know?
What?
That one sounded so fucking fun.
Roommate Lovers? You want to be on Roommate Lovers?
And I miss Maggie. She was a guest of the show.
That one of our
That
first
one
guests.
just sounded chill and fun. It sounded like they have a good time together, like they're not sick of it, you know?
I think it's an interesting premise to start a show that's about...
Okay, sorry, I did a quick 10-4.
No, you're...
You did lose. Yeah, we had to force Angie out during the ad break for 10-4. Thank you for obliging.
Thank you for obliging. And we are back. We are back in action. Angie, do you have a segment for us?
I do. Oh, yes, I'm so glad. I'm very excited about this. Okay, so recently a couple of my friends went on a speed dating event.
Oh.
Yeah. Have you guys ever been?
No, I have been curious about it, but I have not been single in a time where it made sense for me to speed dating.
Me too. I'm kind of a serial monogamist, so
Okay.
the thought of speed dating is unethical to me.
I understand, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I've never been either. But they went, and we knew they were going for a few weeks. Both were my friends, so we all talked about it quite a bit. Sure. And they were prepping for it.
Out of curiosity, are your friends interested in the genders that they are? Like, is it possible that do they know each other as these conversations you're having as a group? Could they have dated each other? Is that like...
Listen, spoiler alert, they started dating each other.
Wow. Oh, shit. That's
Isn't
crazy.
that so cute? It's so cute. They went on this thing, and then after they were like,
separate?
honestly, I think you're the best. What'd you say?
Oh, wow. Like, so were you guys collectively talking about this event beforehand, or was it like separate? Were you having separate speed dating convos with each of them?
I was having separate speed dating convos with each of them, and they were having them with each other. Like, they knew they were going to the event together.
Okay. This feels like maybe the weirdest way to do a first date, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, kind of a cute move. I think that, they both liked each other, so they were
really
kind of
great.
like, let's go speed dating, and then...
That's beautiful.
It's really cute.
It's kind of...
It would but leading up to it...
on a speed... Oh, sorry, yes, go ahead.
No, you tell me.
I just thought it would be funny, maybe a sketch pitch, but you're at speed dating... and you're jealous. You're like, are you seeing anyone else right now? And they're like, no. And it's like, but you just saw them sitting at a table because you have to rotate every 5 minutes or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
And
Someone
like,
getting
why were you talking
jealous?
to him? Who the fuck is he?
Yeah.
And it's like, sort of just don't understand the premise. I'm sorry.
There's something.
No, that would be a great scene in a movie, and it's like ding, especially if it's short, like 1 minute, and then they get rotated, and then you're like, I'm sorry, and like moving someone out of the way to keep that conversation going.
Yeah.
I see
like
it.
that. There's something there.
Okay, so as they were preparing for the speed dating event, one of them was like, they looked up that 36 questions to ask each other to fall in love.
I've heard of this. I actually used to have it bookmarked on my phone because I thought it was so interesting, but I never looked at it again. I don't think I have it anymore. Okay.
That was in your to read section, but never got around to it.
But you managed to fall in love without it.
I got to question 4 and I sort of fell off. It was dense.
Yeah, okay. So that's fun.
Okay.
Are you going to get us to do this?
Yeah, I'm going to get you to do it.
Wow.
I love it.
And you guys should look at each other while you're doing it.
Okay.
Don't look at me or it'll be calamity.
Okay. Okay.
Angie, are you going to participate in any way?
Are you going to
I would love to.
Like,
I would love to still play.
Yeah, we can just do it all. Like, we can do a round robin if that works.
Yeah, I'll put these on for my turn so we don't fall in love.
Yeah, heaven forbid we fall in love. Everybody get some shades, all right?
Yeah.
Hold on, I actually.
So, Kevin, do you remember any of the questions from it?
No, it's been too long. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we don't have time for 36, so I'll just pick what I think are like the most potent.
Sure. If you have like a good short list in your head, then we can maybe kick those around.
I do.
Yeah. Great.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. If you could shoot any 5 liquids out of the 5 fingers on your hand,
Aww.
what would they be and why?
Is this a real one of these questions? This is so insane.
Cute.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm going to say the same thing, Kevin.
I'm pretty sure it was on the list.
Okay. Well, you said we're going to say the same thing, right?
I think we might say the same thing.
Yeah.
My thumb is going to be Chick-fil-A sauce.
Oh my God.
Aww.
What other problematic chains do I want to?
My index finger will be Papa John's marinara.
I guess Starbucks is a little problematic. My middle finger will
be the Szechuan sauce from Rick and Morty.
yeah. That's really good.
My ring finger will be orange juice from the O.J. Simpson juice commercial.
The juice, yeah.
The juice himself. Yeah. I'll be shooting out the juice.
Yeah, and I think, lastly, it's got to be, to be relevant.
Yeah.
It's got to be lotion from Diddy, right?
Oh my God. And now you've crossed the line.
Really?
How do you guys feel about each other after just answering that first one?
So Kevin thinks somehow I'm shooting out 4 delicious sauces and then lotion. That's disgusting.
Lotion's honestly not a bad one to pick.
It kind of you had Chick-fil-A sauce coming out of your thumb, you psycho. That's
Chick-fil-A sauce is really good.
I don't feel sort of in love with you right now.
Okay.
I feel sort of.
So we're doing the exact same. You're sticking with. I mean, maybe for efficiency we should because.
Yeah, no. I can answer this question honestly. Okay. I can answer this question honestly. I think water has to be one. Mm-hmm. It's just helpful to be able to do that. I think I am going to say lotion for another one because I think it has to not the Diddy lotion.
We know exactly what he's using.
And then also I think for the other three fingers, I think you can
root beer, Mr. Pibb, and barf.
Genuinely carbonated water out of one of them.
You can do sparkling or still. Yeah. That's fun.
Sparkling or still.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's good. It is hard to pick something edible because it feels disgusting. It feels disgusting to be able to produce anything edible and eat it. However, it would make your life like self-sustaining in a way. Like if you had like pate coming out of your ring finger, you could just. That's awful to imagine as I'm saying it out loud.
Yeah, it's a good point. If you were to pick a food, it would be great because if you ever got stuck on a desert island.
You could just suck on that ring finger and have some pate. I actually think this is harder than I thought. The last two, let's go with
that Szechuan sauce starting to look pretty good, isn't it?
I'm gonna say honey out of one.
I feel like that would be a nightmare. You'd be sticky all the time.
Well, no, because you can choose.
But residual honey, that never... Like, you know how honey in your cabinet gets stuck to the thing it's sitting
You
on?
had 4 sauces coming out of your fingers. You're worried about residual honey? What are you talking about? And then fucking, I don't know, fucking, what's another liquid? Fucking... bong water. I just looked over to my right.
Water.
Yeah, it's the worst
but actually,
thing.
as a good like defense.
Oh yeah, just bong water someone.
Yeah.
That could keep people off your back. So I just want to check in because we are at 47 minutes, having a great time. Are we going to do 35 more questions?
No, I honestly think that this one is. I looked through the list extensively, and I think
is that
this
a real
one is the
question
most
from the list?
Potent. Yes.
That's crazy. So you really didn't read the article, huh?
No.
You just
it's been a long time.
Yeah, I didn't know
that one
either.
is that one is do you have another favorite?
Yeah, let's
do
maybe the
wait,
top
hold on. I would
3
like to know,
list.
Angie, do you have 5 finger juices?
What's your 5?
Oh yes, I do. Okay. So my 5 would be water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hand soap.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Fuck you.
Gave us the finger. Yeah.
Lighter fluid.
Whoa.
Like
fluid.
Like butane? like yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mace.
Nice.
Oh, that's good. Yeah.
That's really good.
And okay, I've never tried this, but have you heard of AG1?
yeah.
Okay, it's like
we listen to podcasts,
supplement.
Angie. Yeah.
It's like a vitamin supplement drink that gets advertised on every podcast.
Yeah.
And
this is our first ad for Athletic Greens.
Yeah.
I hope if you guys get sponsored by Athletic Greens, you have to share some because it's really expensive. I've never tried it. And I've looked into it, and apparently it's overpriced and just like many other supplements. But every podcast I love is like, guys, AG1 has changed my life.
Yeah, it's fixed. Yeah. I feel like Thomas and I would have a successful show if we both consumed AG1.
Well, I hope you do.
Yeah.
That would be kind of sick, having like energy drink fingers.
Yeah. Like a vitamin supplement. So, but I feel like I could survive in the wild with those.
Yeah.
That is pretty good.
Lighter fluid for sure.
Lighter fluid and mace.
It does feel less like superpower and more like Tobey Maguire's like webbing, like organics. Like it feels like it is still, but it just
you
like
get a cartridge in the wrist of like blue cheese dipping sauce.
It's awful to imagine, really awful. Is there a second one that was sort of coming in hot for you that you were like, this is a good one?
Yeah, definitely. This one was like it was actually hard to choose between this one and the other one, so I'm glad we have time for this one. Okay, my other one would be if you guys could shoot 5 liquids out of your 5 toes.
Wow. And this is a fascinating
angle.
And these are all from the real article.
They're from the real article.
Yeah.
What would the liquids be?
Right.
And would it be gross? They're coming from your toes.
Right.
You don't really want to drink sparkling water from your big toe. That's
just
a different vibe for sure.
I think suddenly it has to become a lot more utilitarian.
I think it's like fertilizer, pesticide.
You want to shit out of your toes? What's wrong with you?
Wouldn't object.
You want to garden with
really
your bare feet?
Yeah, you want weed killer. You want some kind of like disinfectant spray, and maybe some bunion cream. So it's straight from the source.
Oh yeah,
that's interesting. That's an interesting idea. I think you want to do like water. I think the water and soap is a good combination for cleanliness. I think as a clean freak myself, it speaks to me. And then I think you got to do like some sort of like oil so that you can like run bare feet and go fast, like slick, like you could slide places. That seems fun. And then I think liquid dry ice. Just because
give yourself 3rd-degree burns.
Yeah. I was sort of thinking for cool factor, like you walk in and it looks kind of interesting,
cool. That's
like
cool.
You're walking on smoke. And lastly, I think Chick-fil-A sauce, just
nice.
Obviously,
yes. Excellent dip.
Yeah. Do you have a specific 5, Angie, that are different? Or
yeah, I do, because it's different when it comes out of the toes.
It is.
Okay, so would be floor cleaning solution.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The COVID vaccine.
Pfizer, Moderna, or Johnson & Johnson.
I would do one each for 3 toes in a row so that I could just really help a lot of people.
Yeah,
vaccine,
it's great.
Booster 1 and booster 2. So
and then floor cleaner.
Yeah.
I've medicine in the last toe.
Having your foot be a Swiffer wet jet is so cool. It sprays the solution in front of it and you just slide over it.
It's not so bad.
It's
not so bad.
Yeah. And then out of the little toe, blood.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That is really achievable.
Yeah.
And depending on how recently you've had your vaccines, so was the other one.
Yes. Okay, well, but O negative blood. The universal donor.
The hard one.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Like, if it's on your hand, you're really interested in like being self-preservatory. But if it's on your foot, you're trying to help the world.
I think we could have saved a lot of lives if we had appealed to the Venn diagram of vaccine skeptics and foot fetishists. We were like, you can get the vaccine out of a sexy foot. They'd be like, all right, I'll be stabbed by a foot. That's my dream.
Do you think that's a pretty big quotient of people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's an integral quotient of people.
I think so.
Yeah, okay. I trust Angie's take because she's so good at math that she would understand what an integral quotient is, and I wouldn't. Angie, thank you for asking us, helping us try to fall in love. I don't know if it was successful.
We're 6% of the way to being in love from those 2 questions.
Thomas, would you describe yourself as smitten right now?
I would say I'm mitten right now. So I sort of I'm covering up my hands because they're spraying dipping sauce everywhere. But I feel a certain affection towards you, Kevin. This has been maybe the only fun episode of the podcast. So thank you, Angie, for making that possible.
We were due for one. So it's,
Going a 103 losing streak like that is unprecedented, but we got there.
We finally sort of
Angie,
stuck the landing.
We plugged some stuff. Is there anything coming up? This will be out on Monday. Anything you'd like the people to check out?
Yeah. If you are in Toronto, I would love for you to come to a show I'm going to be running at Tallboys on November 8th at 9 p.m. called Angie Needs a Haircut, a fundraiser show to get Angie a haircut in 6 parts.
That's very fun. I like that. I like that. Do you have a decided haircut?
Well, it's going to depend on the budget.
6 parts, is it? You're not going to get a part at 6 times.
I mean, if there's a hairdresser willing to work with me on that and give me, I would do that. Basically, parts, it's like, it costs like $400 to get a haircut in Toronto.
What?
It's really expensive. No, it costs like $100 for a regular woman's haircut in Toronto.
Kim tells me about her because she'll get her hair like recolored a little, and it's insane. It's literally hundreds of American dollars.
I will say, ever since I've had long hair, which is relatively new, the haircut prices have gone way the fuck up. But I thought, wow, that is nutty. I didn't realize that.
Just for a cut. So if you want anything else done, one time they talked me into doing like a mask on my hair, which was like another $100. It's going to be a few $100, and you got a tip. So I have to start saving now.
Yeah, man, maybe I should fucking go to haircutting school. That's insane. You become a stylist. That's nuts. Holy shit.
Kevin's seeing dollar signs.
Yeah. Folks, if you are listening and you want to check out another show that Thomas and I have, you can look at
wait, hang on. If I saw the bill for my haircut and it was that high, I'd be like, I freaking hope it's Sweeney Todd. Fucking slash my throat. Hope it's the demon barber of Fleet Street.
Because I ain't paying this.
Yeah, I'd rather get a close shave than actually pay this bill.
Oh!
The first soundboard use of the episode.
Great time to introduce that.
Yeah. Folks, if you're listening at home and you want to listen to another podcast, check out What We Do in the Basement. It's a Let's Play comedy D&D show featuring myself, featuring Thomas, featuring frequent guests of the show, Luke Sesselon, Jesse Berg, and Natasha Durand. It's a good time. We have a lot of episodes, I think almost 80 now. And so you go check it out. It's a lot of fun. As well, follow Club Soda Improv. We just finished the Winnipeg Improv Festival. We did lots of fun stuff. It was great, but we'll be doing more soon, so check us out there. T, do you have anything to pee?
Yep. You can check me out at I am in this sketch group called Season 1. Our next show is November 7th. Those of you who follow politics, that is the day after the election. You might want to come out and see how we cope with that.
Yeah.
And then I'm also, I think, going to be understudying a Jewish sketch show called Oi at the Annoyance in December. I'll keep you posted about that.
Okay. Sounds fun. Folks, if you're listening at home, rate this podcast 5 stars. Don't be a coward. And if you're feeling a little experimental, make sure that you give yourself the opportunity to try a 10-4. Thank you very much, Angie, for coming on the show. And we'll see everyone next time on another episode of